Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belkys Barrios, your online personal trainer, and today we're going to be tackling exercise that women do wrong in the gym when it comes to build their glutes. There are several aspects that we need to take into consideration when it comes to building your glute if that is your goal. First is nutrition. Having a balanced nutrition, having a meal that really fill you up and give you the strength to be able to continue your workout program is essential. Second one is the technique. If you don't have a proper technique when you're performing the exercise, it's very hard to find or see the results from your exercise. Technique is key to be able to progress over time. If you don't have a good technique, you're not doing nothing. And the last one is the progression overload. Apply progression overload means that you will be increasing the weight and challenging yourself more over time. So those three factors are needed to take into consideration when it comes to building your glutes. So now we're going to get into the workout part. And one of the things that before you're going to hit the weight, before you're going to the weight and everything, is to warm up. We need to warm up and activate your glute. And having some activation routine before your leg day or glute days is very important to make them know that it's time to wake up, you're going to work them out, and having that activation previous your weight training is great. So we're going to start with our weights. I will teach you two exercises that you can do to activate your glute. This is the first one. We're going to be using a resistance band. Start with some kickbacks, and for that I'm going to place the band up of my knees. The band is not so strong, it's a medium light band, and we're going to use this as a support table to perform the kickbacks. We're going to lean forward and we're going to kick back just steady like this. We're going to be doing 15 reps in each side. Really try to concentrate and feeling the exercise working in your glutes. Being in this 90 degree angle will prevent you to engage your core, your lower back, and engage more your core. Exercise. Now we're going to be doing crab walking. So we're going to place the resistance band above our knees. We're going to spread our feet wide, and we're going to walk side to side, giving small steps. Really try to maintain the tension in the band, and then feel that working out in your abductors in the side of your glute. Small steps, you will feel this one. Maintain the tension in the band, okay? It's a very good way to activate your glutes. You also can use machines. For example, the abduction machine, that's also a good one to activate your glutes if you want that. So now that we have activated, try that your warm-up is between 5 minutes maximum, okay? You don't need to go very hard in your activation or your warm-up set because we don't want to burn ourselves out before going to the weight. So 5 minutes maximum, and then we're going to move to the weight training. So we're going to go to the first exercise, that is the cable machine. That exercise where I see a lot of women having a lot of problems to perform it. So I will be sharing some tips on how you can perform it better, improve your form, and as well try to be a mind and muscle connection and make sure that the exercise is tackling your glutes. So let's go to. So we're going to be doing the kickback. This is one of the exercises that a lot of women likes to do, but most of them, they really don't know how to do it properly, and they're increasing the chances to hurt themselves, and in the end they're not tackling the glutes how they want to tackle them. So first I will show the wrong way how many women does it, and then I'm going to show you how to prefer or how to improve the technique. So let's go with the first don't. The first thing that they do, they put a lot of weight in the kickback. They put a lot. Let's put this. And first thing they do, they put a lot of weight and they do this. I cannot do it, it's too weight. Okay, this is a don't. Why? First, you cannot handle the weight. So that's not. If you cannot handle the weight, if the way they're handling it's intervene with your posture during the exercise, no, we cannot do that. So first, we're going to lower the weight. That's one thing. Use a weight that allows you to complete the 12 to 15 reps without compromising your form. And the other thing that they normally do is this hyper extension from the lower back. Whew, I feel it very bad. By you standing straight and kicking your leg like that, you're engaging a lot the lower back, meaning that you're going to injure yourself. 1, 2, you're not focusing the exercise in the glutes, and third, it's painful performing it like that. So to avoid this error, we're going to do as follows. As mentioned before, we're going to reduce the weight. I don't like to use my weight when I'm standing doing my kickbacks. We're going to position ourselves in a 90-degree angle. Not so close, not so far away. We're going to handle ourselves to be able to have balance and stability. We're not going to be locking our knees. No, don't lock them. Slightly bend it. And we're going to push back. The key here is engaging your core, and by engaging your core, you're going to reduce the tension in your lower back, and that will give you the enough concentration to focus on your glutes, and that the exercise is working for your glutes. So that is one way how to improve the kickback. So from doing this, to position yourself in the 90-degree angle, not knocking your knees, engaging your core, you will be having more control of the movement, and you will tackle more your glutes. Another mistake that it's very seen often in the gym is that even though they have that 90-degree angle in the position of the exercise, they're arching their back like this. This is only fitness influencer does this, and just to show that they have butt. So it's not the appropriate form. When you're kicking your back, you're doing this. You're looking up, and your back is or arch. Ooh, they're really going to. It's not doing nothing for the exercise, and as well, you're going to injure yourself. So avoid this arch. Always keep your head down. Engage your core, and kick the back. Okay. I know it doesn't look nice, doesn't look elegant how fitness influencer does it, but the key here is to have a good form. If you don't have a good form performing your exercise, of course you're not going to see the results you're looking for. And no matter how much weight you put, if you don't do it properly, you're not doing nothing. So form is key here. Another thing that you need to take into consideration to target better your glute maximum, that is the biggest glute here, this is the biggest part of our glute, is the angle that we position our foot. So the other part is the angle that we position our foot to do the kickback. So to be able to target the best, to target our glutes, especially the glute maximus, that is the biggest muscle that we have in our glutes, we need to rotate a little bit the foot. We need to rotate it. We need to target that muscle with certain rotations on it. So the way how we're going to be doing that in the kickback is by slightly rotating out your foot. By this I mean, normally you do it straight, okay? But to have a better technique, try to rotate it externally, out. Slightly, not so much, and then we're going to go back. Doing this, you're going to engage, you're really going to feel it more in the glutes maximum, and it will challenge you a little bit more. Okay, so we have covered the position you have to be able to perform the kickback, having a 90-degree angle, the rotation of the foot to the way back, when you're pushing back, and the third one is the amount of weight that you're going to be performing. Sometimes can be very difficult to use a lot of weight doing kickbacks standing. So if you already manage that technique, but you want to apply progression overload, you want to increase the weight, and you find it hard to maintain the form, doing it with the amount of weight you're doing, we're going to be using the platform that helps us to do it. So in case you want to increase the weight, but you're having a hard time to find it stable and really concentrating in the form, use a bench. You can increase the weight however you want to. And remember, form is key, okay? We're going to place the bench next to the pole, and we're going to attach it. It's the same technique like you're doing the standing kickbacks, but in this occasion we're doing the donkey kickbacks, where we're going to be using a bench to help us stabilize it and handle more weight. So it's the same instructions. Put your back in the 90-degree angles. Really engage your core, and we're going to push with that rotation of the feet, how I mentioned, the slightly rotated out. It's important to let you know that you really need to engage your core to avoid hyperextension in the lower back. Maintain a neutral back, engage your core, breathe in and breathe out, and push. Ooh. So this can be a very good way also if you want to increase the weight, how I mentioned, and really give you the stability to perform that exercise. Remember, if you don't have the technique to do it, go less, use less weight, increase the repetition, but maintain a good form. Because if you don't have a good form and you're just doing it because you're doing it, you're not doing nothing. You're not going to see the results in the glutes, okay? You're going to hurt yourself, your lower back will going to be in pain, and then you're going to get frustrated because you're not seeing the results. So those are my tips when it comes doing the kickbacks. So those two are the exercises that I wanted to show you regarding how you can improve your form, and as well how you can make it much better for you when it comes to your training technique. I mentioned before, no matter how much weight you swing, if you don't have a proper technique, you're not doing nothing with that muscle. So technique is one big factor to able to have very nice glutes. Another thing is that you will need to take into consideration is the fact that genetics. Genetics plays a big role in the way how our body is composed and how our body will be formed. So if your genetics are not so favorable with having glutes, it will take more time for you to build glutes. So remember that it takes a lot of patience and a lot of dedication and a lot of progression overload to be able to achieve that glute that you want to achieve. So don't get disappointed. Building muscle takes years of commitment. It's not something that will happen overnight. It's not something that will happen fast. It takes time. So by you applying a very good nutrition into your routine, by you applying progression overload, increasing the weight that allows you to challenge yourself, training hard, smart and hard, okay? And as well, having the proper technique will give you a lot of advantages in your workout sessions. Be intentional with your workouts. Try to incorporate compound movements into your glute exercise, squat, deadlifting, other compound movements that are for the lower body to increase your strength, and then apply accessory exercise on it. There are the kickbacks, there are other exercises that are just localizing one specific muscle. So that's all that I have to say. I really hope that you can take a lot of this video. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I am trying to figure out how I can explain this. I really hope that you like it. Leave me your comments. Give me some feedback. I need feedback to figure out if I'm doing it right. So if you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. Los quiero a todos. Un beso. Hasta pronto.